For many years, I used to think, man, how cool would it be to have a lusty Argonian-made VR experience? And then that would shift to how cool would it be to play a Lord of the Rings game where you're like a ranger in the wilds, taking out orcs and running around Middle-earth. That would be pretty cool. Oh wait! It did come out. It's called Shadow of Mordor. I used to love this game. The combat, the world, the nemesis system, the orcs calling me horrible names. So I thought, let's run through it again and talk about all the things that made this game so weird and wonderful. Shadow of Mordor was developed by Monolith Productions, rest in peace, and published by Warner Brothers in the year of our Lord 2014 BC. Wow, time really needs to slow down. The game takes place between The Hobbit and The Lord of the Rings. The story is actually roughly based on tales from the Legendarium, which is sort of like a big collection of background lore written by Tolkien across various documents. We play as Aragorn. No, we play as Talion. Yeah, he's a Gondorian ranger and he's guarding the Black Gate. Lucky guy, actually. That's one of the nicest places to guard in the oh dear. The story opens with Talion at the Black Gate, and he's dicking around with his son. That didn't sound very good. He's training his son, but then, oh no, disaster strikes, orcs attack, and everything goes tits up. This is like the tutorial for your basic combat and parrying system, as well as ground takedowns and sneaking. If you couldn't tell, this game's combat is heavily inspired by the Batman Arkham series. I presume that's because Warner Brothers published the later Arkham games, that they have the rights to basically rip the game system out of that and put it into this game. I'm not really sure how it works, but it is basically the same, just a lot more violent. Now the intro gets a little dark as Talion and his family are captured and are sent to the farm where all good rangers go by these goths. They sacrifice our lovely family in hopes of summoning the wraith of Celebrimbor, and then hopefully he merges with this guy, the Black Hand. But instead of this happening, Celebrimbor merges with us, Talion, husband to a murdered son, wife to a murdered son to a husband to a murdered. And just like that, we're on our path to vengeance. But in my opinion, this all happened so bloody quickly that I was just like, what the hell was that?
Now do you believe me, Ranger?
What has happened to me?
The jump from being killed into now freely being able to run around and kill orcs is so quick. Honestly, maybe a little bit too quick. How much time has passed? How did we get here? Why is no one questioning any of this or is freaked out? You know, like, oh, I'm alive again. Hi mate, you okay? Guess we're merged together as one unkillable life force now, hey?
Yes. It looks that way, doesn't it?
Strange. Anyway, summarizing the rest of the story so you can go back and enjoy the game yourself, Celebrimbor is the forger of the Rings of Power. He was tricked by Sauron into helping him craft the One Ring, but then steals it and uses it to become the Bright Lord, challenging Sauron's power. Some of this can be seen in the Rings of Power Amazon TV show, which is currently at a minus 10,000% on Rotten Tomatoes. Come here, darling. Ugh. However, this all goes very badly and ends up the same way as Talion's death, with his family being killed and then Celebrimbor himself being slain. This is what links Talion and Celebrimbor together. The rest of the game's plot revolves around you hunting lost memories, tracking down and eliminating Sauron's Goths, and then trying to face the Dark Lord himself. So exciting! But let's talk about the gameplay and the world. Not our world, Mordor world here. Although they're both heading the same way at the minute. The game takes place in a Mordor that isn't quite yet the barren, horrific hellscape it would eventually become, but it's more like a middle stage. The land is bare but not empty, and you can see the sun. It's not quite a nightmare zone, but it's a bit of a shithole. Kind of like Birmingham, maybe. It was wise, I think, not to set this game in the wasteland Mordor, as that would have been probably a little bit boring, just like, oh, where should we go now? This grey rock here Or we could go to this dark grey rock over there. Saying that, this game isn't Crimson Desert. The map is basic. There are no other biomes. It consists of things such as strongholds, towers, ruins, work camps, fortresses, stuff like that. Evil stuff, you know. As far as the mechanics of this game go, let's talk about the Oliphant in the room. And by Oliphant, I mean the horrible orc versus freakish orc system, or the nemesis system. Ranger!
Another schrock that needs to be put back in its place.
A mechanic so good, they have a patent for it, and no one else can use anything remotely like it in any other game until at least 2036. Absolute bags. Shit.
Kill the grog!
The system, in my sort of basic understanding breakdown, is a mechanic where randomly generated orcs can climb up a dynamic hierarchy led by anything that you do in the game. You kill a mid-level orc, a lower guy with enough power will take his spot. This goes all the way up to the war chiefs and all the way down to the simple little grunts. Each orc captain remembers every interaction with you. Wins, losses, conversations. If someone else kills you and they see everything.
Don't worry, I won't waste a drop.
Some orcs can even come back from the dead with different looks depending on what you did to them. He might have a metal jaw, he might have loads of burns all over him, loads of bandages. He might even lost his mind. Some of them just scream. They also all have unique names, dialogue, strengths and weaknesses. It's truly an unbelievable achievement in gaming systems, and it is just really cool. I especially love all the orc voice lines when they spot you.
I haven't had a good fight since we killed all your brothers.
Man swine! Ranger filth! You dirty little fucking... Whoa, 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 whoa. Hang on a minute. Yeah, that's a bit far, don't you think? We don't say that, you know, we say like ranger swine, man filth, all that kind of thing. We don't go that far. We're not animals. You know, I don't want to have to tell Sauron on you, do I?
Circling back around to the combat, on a basic level, the melee combat is the Arkham combat. But that is an excellent and very good system. The way it feels to just cut through orcs, blocking, parrying, dodging, and then building up enough hits for an execution is unrivaled fun. There are even skill trees for more abilities and upgrades, different weapons like the bow with a knife, which is just, I think, your son's broken sword. You can even put perks on each weapon, giving you different abilities like a flaming sword when reaching certain level of hits. It's great. There's a lot of depth in there.
Oh my god. Whoa, 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 whoa. Oh my god. Go, lad, go.
Sneaking and stealth play a big Sneaking and stealth play a big part in surviving this game. Sometimes going into a fortress headfirst isn't the best idea when you have two orc captains on you, invulnerable to combat finishers, and then there's about 300 orcs running in your direction. Not good. Stealth can offer you ways of dealing with threats without risking everything. Like I said before, a death for you means a promotion for any orc that kills you. The stealth and combat finishes in this game are the best. They are so satisfying.
I will crush you and bury you like the filth you are.
No, I don't think so, man.
Bang! And I'll quickly mention Gollum is in this game.
Willies and penises. Very nice. Very tasty.
He plays a big part in reclaiming Celebrimbor's memories. But he was also kind of a sore spot for some reviewers, moving us nicely into the reception of this game. The game was widely praised and received mostly positive reviews. Most people loving the combat, the nemesis system, of course, and the world. However, some people didn't like the kind of on-the-nose film references and the inclusion of characters like Gollum. And most, I think, said that the story is a little bit lacking, which I do have to agree with. It's just a lot of go here, kill him, go there, liberate that kind of thing. But the gameplay is that good and satisfying that you sort of don't mind all those kind of quests. I think all in all, it's a great game, honestly. And it had a few expansions and DLCs with lots more content. It also got a sequel, Shadow of War. So let me know if you're interested in a video on that, perhaps, as that was pretty much the last nail in the coffin for Monolith. It was the last game they ever did. I think Shadow of Mordor still holds up today, without a doubt. You can go and play this right now. Maybe the graphics are slightly dated now, but if you go and play it, you're going to have a blast. But what do you think of Shadow of Mordor? Have you played it? Did you enjoy it? What did you think at the time? What do you think of it now? Have you gone back and played it? Are you going to go and play it after this video? Let me know. Tell me all your thoughts. But apart from that, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you enjoyed it, then please like and hype it. That helps an unbelievable amount for a small channel, getting my videos pushed out there. Consider subscribing, and I will see you in the next one. Goodbye.